Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jax. I'm a health coach, I'm a nutritionist. I recovered from a 12-year eating disorder with anorexia, which was incredibly lonely, which is why I'm so excited to be in a place where I just want to share everything with you guys, genuinely bring you in as friends along the ride and share tips with what I have learned to help you guys live your healthiest and best life. Because if you're someone that feels it's difficult to connect with people, or there aren't people around you can speak to about nutrition or ask for advice from without having to sell a kidney for it, then that is exactly what I am here for, just as a friend who wants to connect, share advice. Now, all I'm sharing with you today is not a diagnosis. I'm not treating you as a doctor and saying this is wrong with you if you have weak nails. Now, all I'm doing is I'm showing you little signs your body's screaming out to you. Maybe something in your diet needs tweaking. Maybe you've been wondering why you could be fatigued lately, how you can change your diet for it. Just 8 warning signs that your body is like, help me, help me. And so yeah, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so the first sign that you want to look out for is feeling tired all the time, like an unusual amount of tiredness. When you wake up tired, now this could be some sort of adrenal issue, but a lot of the time tiredness can be from low iron levels. A great way to check that is to do this. Go like this with your hands, and if you see red on the inside of your palm, then it shows good blood flow and circulation. That shows you have high iron levels. Another way to check for iron levels is to pull your eyelid down and to check for a red pigment in like your under eye. That means your iron levels are great. If that's very pale, that does mean you are lacking in iron. And that, again, that's a sign. So it's like your body's saying to me, help me, help me. You're like, oh, okay, right, you're lacking of iron. So increasing that in your diet would be a great start, and seeing if the fatigue improves from there. Also remember, again, fatigue could be from some other like chronic thyroid problem. It could be from some other autoimmune problem, just ruling it out, but starting with where you can, check your iron and protein levels. Again, those are the 2 most common signs of fatigue. The second thing you want to be on the lookout for is dry, brittle hair and brittle nails. If they break easily, then it could be that you're deficient in protein. That is a very, very common sign of a protein deficiency, but also iron and folic acid, things like all that fun stuff. Malnutrition can also be shown through dry and itchy skin, so you definitely want to check that, adding more healthy fats into your diet, adding more proteins, even adding in maybe a collagen supplement. I'm religious about putting that in my smoothies. I'm like, I want to be gorgeous when I'm older. But it's just part of just helping your body repair, rejuvenate itself. The thing is, the reason why your hair becomes dry and brittle is protein are like the little building blocks. They're what creates the enzymes, the fibers, the muscles, sends it everywhere. The type of collagen is what builds up your hair, builds up your nails. So definitely just check to make sure if you see those signs, like analyze, evaluate exactly how much protein you're getting in the day, how your iron levels are. Yeah, just work from there. This isn't as much about like the brittleness or things breaking easily, but this is rigid dented shaped nails. So when they have a bit of a spoon shape to them. Now what that can be is a deficiency in some sort of calcium, vitamin B, vitamin 6, vitamin A. Again, easy to get, but it's something, you know, your body is giving you signs and symptoms all the time, but that is a common one that people just, you don't pay a lot of attention to your nails or your hands. But genuinely, if you are feeling tired, if you notice brittleness in your hands and your nails, if your skin is dry and itchy, then that's signs of a nutritional signs of a nutritional deficiency. There we go, we got there. Say that 5 times fast. Nutritional deficiency, nutrition. So that's signs of something that you want to address your diet, work with a nutritionist, maybe a dietitian. Next thing, which can be a bit of an obvi, is dental problems. Now we have a dental problem, we go to the dentist. That is what they're there for, hence dental. But dental problems are like a really big flag about nutritional deficiencies as well. First sign the mouth wants to give you is if you have, I can't believe I say that with a smile on my face, it's kind of twisted, but is if there are blisters in it, or like ulcers. If you get ulcers very easily, if there's scabbing in it, that can be a sign of a lack of vitamin C. Same like when we heard the stories about sailors who weren't eating their oranges and got scurvy. Your skin and your mouth are very, very effective and sensitive to vitamin C. Another thing that your mouth can tell you if you have a lot of ulcers is based on a stomach ulcer. So if you have really often all the time you're having to gargle with salt water, not Noel's wife's tale, That legit works. So if you're having to deal with that, like mouth ulcers a lot, it's telling you that either you have a stomach ulcer or you have a very acidic stomach. Now, an acidic stomach could be from an acidic diet, could be that you're very intolerant to something, so your body's always generating that stomach acid, which can be a pain in the tuchus with the indigestion. If you get indigestion a lot, that's another sign from your body going, help me, help me. Yes, that's how my stomach would sound. Fun fact. So diarrhea can be from a lot of different signs and symptoms. Diarrhea can be from not enough fiber in your diet. It can be by some gut, like bacteria, parasites, intestinal issues. It could be from a highly, again, acidic diet where everything's just got to run out. Now, as sexy AF as we feel talking about diarrhea, it is one of the biggest warning signs that your gut can give you about some sort of imbalance. Maybe you have IBS, maybe you have Crohn's disease, maybe you have celiac disease, maybe you have one of those things, but don't touch, like, if you have diarrhea, get it checked out, get it seen to. Again, it could be a sign. And it's also, if you have diarrhea, it's like a double-edged sword because your body doesn't have time to absorb the nutrients. So then you'll have other things popping up later on. So get that fixed now before everything else starts red flag, red flag, red flag. We can't absorb any nutrition. So if you're having diarrhea, again, you don't have enough time to absorb the nutrition, everything else will start flaring up. Get that nipped in the bud right now. If you bruise really, really easily and you heal slowly, it could be a sign of vitamin A and vitamin K deficiency. It could be a sign of a lack of protein, hemoglobin issues. You want to get your blood count checked at that. All I'm doing is I'm not giving you the answer about why you have this deficiency. I'm giving you little things to check about, which is worth investigating. So going to your doctor and say, hey, I hadn't thought of this before, but I bruise really easily. Test me. And that's what I go. I pretty much go to the doctor, boom, 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 test this. Dr. Jax, just need you to sign off on my meds, please. And then, so that is something you want to just notice. I'm just bringing things to your awareness. Maybe you just passed off and you're all like blasé about, and then I'm just like, it's worth checking if you notice its frequency or if you're feeling a little off or if you notice a combination of these different things. Another thing I want to give to you, number 7, is slow immune response. Do you notice you're getting sick really easily and really quickly, or you are the first to get the flu and it lasts the longest? Now, I'm a major hypochondriac. I convince myself I'm sick if anyone around me is sick. But if you're someone that genuinely is always the sick person, or the best way to gauge that is because I used to get really moody when people like me, you're always sick all the time. I was like, no, I'm not. Seriously, ask someone around you, do you think I'm sick often? And then that'll be a great way for you to go off that. That could be a sign of vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K deficiency, or there's just something in your body that's not happy. And then the last thing I want to tell you, which is the most important, and I saved it for last, which is your mood and your stress. This is the number 1 sign that your body is not happy. Now, I'm going to dedicate a whole new video to signs of emotional and mental stress within the body itself, because that's a whole new level. But all I'm saying is stress is a very big warning sign of your body saying to you, if you're irritable, if you're moody, it means your blood sugar is going up and down. Maybe you have some sort of insulin sensitivity levels. Maybe you have some sort of sugar intolerance, hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism. You really, honestly and truly, that is, if you take away anything from this, anything, I'm telling you to just go and check your moods, how they correlate with meal times, how they correlate with time of the day. That is, if you notice you've been super short-tempered lately, it could be hormonal, adrenal. There are reasons. Like, I kind of gave myself a pat on the back when I found out that I had a cyst on my pituitary gland, so I can't release certain hormones, feel good hormones. I was moody all the time. I was like, I thought I was just an asshole. I have an excuse. I'm like House. I have an excuse for being an asshole now, but don't worry, that's all sorted. I'm not as much of an asshole. Well, at least if I am, I don't have much of an excuse for it. So I hope these 8 tips were helpful. Once again, I'm not telling you why and what the cause is. I'm not diagnosing you as a doctor. All I'm doing is I'm telling you signs and symptoms that you might need to see a doctor, or that you might need to readjust something small. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. I'll be excited to see you in my next video, which will be coming out soon because I upload 3 times a week. And yeah, have an amazing, beautiful day. Mwah.